that status quickly. Yeah, let's check out some of his other moves. His gun skills are relatively uninteresting. I mean, they do bonus damage to toppled enemies and all that, but aside from that, they're not that.
What?
Defensive stance, though, makes you recover HP, so that's not bad.
No!
The TP gain from his physical attacks, I gotta admit, is a little bit high. We're getting like roughly 100 or 2. No, that's 200. Holy crap, that's a lot. Yeah, I gotta say, the Samurai Gunner is a fun class. So far, though, I'd still say my class, because that ray gun attack does a lot of damage. And it looks really cool. We'll be enhancing that in the future, but yeah, I gotta say, win. Samurai Gunner, pretty fun class. Probably getting that army character as the effect of the myopic? I think that's how you say myopic screw. Yeah, I gotta say, win. Pretty cool. But unfortunately, we have to do an affinity mission. What did I just do? We have to do an affinity mission, so that means Coin has to be this for the time being.
Time to always were one step ahead. Remember back when I was that skeleton struck back before anyone else? Guess who skeleton was?
Really? Oh, that was you? It was a long time ago. It didn't change it.
I know. I will walk down this line.
Signal originating from
What's the latest idea?
not far from here.
Money.
Look back up there.
I'll start with you.
So,
You.
Marina sent us a distress signal. So the next step of this affinity mission is to find her as soon as possible. But, I mean, hey, on the
Let me
list,
tell you
let's
what.
try and get a pro. Why the heck not? That's what we can find is a word that China. So let's run over there and completely ignore our friend's distress signal. Okay, not really. I'm just kind of poking funny things. But if we scale this mountain inside, we will find another. And I gotta say, Monolith Soft, you could have hidden this one a little bit not as well because it's hard to figure out that was in here. But yes, now that we have that, let's get up. Okay, not really. I'm just kind of poking fun at things. But if we scale this mountain inside, we will find it. But I mean, hey, on the way, so we'll try and get a pro. Why the heck not? That's what we find is a word that China. So let's run over there and completely ignore our friend's distress.
Not
Okay, now
fuck
we're
you,
just kind of
damn.
So if we scale this mountain inside, we will find a word.
Shit.
And I gotta say,
Run!
you could have hidden this one a little bit not as well. Because it's
I need healing.
yes, now that we have that,
Stay by
let's get
him!
on to the next step of this affinity mission, which is to locate Arena's distress signal and here in the northern Janpath Plains.
Coming down!
Rex stopping us from getting to our next objective.
Right, let's do this.
Let's see what we got. Engaging. Lay down some fire for me. Fire, carnival! Shadow strike!
Why'd you lie to me?
Power guard!
I'm not your shadow. I'm not your shadow. I'm not your shadow.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Why did you shadow alone? Why would you be alone?
Arena's signal is coming from deeper inside. Looks like the only way to reach them is through here. We gotta get through. Come on.
So yeah, there's Genestic Monkey. We're gonna have to get to him. But before we do that, now is when I'd like to talk about building tension.
Right,
So
let's do this.
Let's issue order of tension and use some
Now,
useful attacks.
melee attack.
Enemies leading up to a
you to lash out. Flash grenade!
This is going to help. It's better to
Guys,
start
on ammo.
with extension instead of
Power guard!
quickly. Let's build up some
Infuriate!
mania fast travel.
Good job.
Nice work.
So let me take some time to stack some tension. And I don't know if I've mentioned it before, so I might as well say it again. This one's like
Flash grenade!
Shadow
2K
strike.
is enough.
I've been waiting to lash out.
Mention this.
Infuriate! Power guard! You never stood a chance.
Let's keep
Right
it up.
now is when I need to increase my armor a lot. This next fight is going to test if you have a decent to my fashionable glasses I see. Interesting, but yes, like I said, this next section, if you're at my point in the game, you want as much physical defense as you can because oh boy, this
Wait till you see what I'm capable of.
so
Ready for anything.
They found that!
to stop them from
Now
doing
strike
that,
them again!
onto his right arm.
Now, it's my
Flash grenade!
Nice, really fucking running!
Power guard!
And then full specs. This increases my
I don't.
I'm not ready to die yet! I am the first!
Damage.
right.
My strategy.
Fail.
Flash grenade!
Bump up now.
One attack which will easily
Shadow strike.
but if you just need one game,
Harder.
Assault hammer! No falling back!
No, come on!
Side strike.
We have to keep
Upper
the
head.
things from the wrong
Move in and do some damage. Use an aura. Get control of the battle. Any sign of Arena? Yeah.
Let's head down.
It's Arena's.
please don't tell me that giant monkey knocked Arena off the cliff.
Fall off the cliff.
Dead, she hit that water like concrete.
We need to check.
Well,
Let's head
find out
down.
by hitting that water like concrete, jumping off the cliff, figure out what happened. Yeah, the physics, whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna stop looking at it. I know it's different way, different gravitational forces and all that stuff, but I can't admit, what? Hey, figure out where she went by doing exactly what she did. Please don't tell me that giant monkey knocked Arena off the cliff. She did. She hit that water like concrete. Well, let's find out why hitting the water like concrete, jumping off the cliff, figure out what happened. Physics. I know it's a different plane with different gravitational forces and all that stuff, but I can't admit, what? Hey, figure out where she went by doing exactly what she did. I was thinking of it. Anyways, Arena is right over here, and she is totally fine.
There you are.
Doug is with her too.
Thanks for clearing out the riffraff up there.
Sure. How's Arena? I'll be fine. Doug already took care of all the key repairs.
All right, Doug.
I mean, come on. It's the least I can... Especially while you were all busy up there kicking into gymnastics, right?
I'll be fine. Doug already
You
took
dropped
care of all
this.
the key repairs.
You had us all worried, you know.
Look at my
Thanks,
eyes.
Kyle.
Come on, it's not
Lieutenant!
My eyes.
especially while you were all
Eyes.
gymnastics.
Look into my
Look who decided to show up.
eyes.
What? No, we
Baby.
split up looking for parts, and then next thing I know, got this SOS.
You don't want
And
to.
Cut him some slack. It's really hauled it here with those stubby legs of his. It
Come on,
doesn't
look at this disrespectful.
Next thing I
I'm
know,
just
it was SOS.
No way.
Well, sure.
I'm glad
Not.
you can carry the lieutenant all the way back to the
Not.
city for us.
Not yet.
Yes, sir.
Not yet, Snake.
Sure. I'm glad to.
Can I get you any?
All the way back to the city for us. Yes, sir.
Can I get you anything?
First affinity mission has been resolved. It's okay. At the end of the day, we actually learned a little bit more about our work members, but now that's taken care of, let's return this. Turn this quest in.
Nice work out there. Our claimers are going over the parts as we speak.
Let us know.
Let's clear out the refinery. Sorry.
How's it, Rena? Doug already took care of all the key things. Alright, Doug.
I mean, come on. It's the least I can do. Especially while you were all busy up there kicking into gymnastics, right?
You dropped this.
Thank you.
You had us all worried, you know. Thanks, good one.
Lieutenant!
Hey, quick goofing around.
Look,
We
you're
got
excited to show up.
quick goofing around. We got to
No, I
look at the one.
we split up on the parts, and then next thing I know, got this SOS.
No time for apology.
Our first affinity mission has been resolved. It's okay. At the end of the day, we actually learned a little bit more about our work members, but now that's taken care of, let's return to base. Turn this quest in.
Nice work out there. Our claimers are going over the parts as we speak.
Let us know if anything comes to it.
Got it. I don't mind telling you, I'm a bit surprised your team found all the parts and rescued Arena. Surprised is the word. More like disappointed. And the other teams, those slackers have a few thousand push-ups coming too.
Don't be too hard on them. Doug and Quinn both played a part in the rescue operation. If it wasn't for the two of them, Arena could have been in real trouble.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Those slackers have a few thousand push-ups coming too.
Don't be too hard on them. Doug and Quinn both played a part in the rescue operation. If it wasn't for the two of them, Arena could have been in real trouble.
Nice
It's a
work
blues.
out there.
Has
The
a
reclaimers are
blues.
going over the parts as we speak.
You'll let us know if anything comes of it, right?
Most of the credit
You
is
got it.
yours, Selma.
I don't mind telling you. I'm a bit surprised your team found all the parts and rescued Arena. Maybe surprised isn't the word. More like disappointed in the other teams. Those slackers have a few thousand push-ups coming to them.
Don't be too hard on them. Doug and Gwyn both played a part in the rescue operation. If it wasn't for the two of them, Arena could have been in real trouble.
Doug? Okay, yes. Gwyn? Maybe not so much.
Those slackers have a few
In
thousand
any
push-ups
case,
coming
most of the credit is yours, Elma. But what else is new? Been that way since before we left Earth.
Doug was saying the same thing earlier. You really are something, Elma.
Exactly. If my team's affected, it's only because every single member is pulling their weight.
Look at my beautiful eyes.
Besides, it's going to take more than just a handful of heroes to win the war in such a serious way. Ultimately, the responsibility and the accolades all go back to the commanders who unifies and leads the entire operation.
Well, that's true.
Which reminds me, why aren't you Blade
Not in this lifetime, potato skin.
Desert Rose.
Well, that's
You're the door sort of.
not in this lifetime, potato salad.
Ha 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 ha! Tatsu's food. That's the joke here. Alright. Anyways, once you complete an affinity mission, you can learn unique arts from your partners. Some of those kind of weird classes, but this armor looks sick. Honestly, not bad, but yes, that's why affinity missions are incredibly important. You get unique arts, you get unique armor, and some EXP too. So it's not all bad. That is not the last thing we're going to take.
I knew you'd make me beg, girl.
That mission at Nara. Hey, can we not? Girl, what you talking about, man? But that is not the last thing we're going to take out in this episode. Now that we've cleared that mission at Nara high enough level, we should be able to come over to this. Hey, Carl! How's Hey, can we not? Carl, what you talking about, man? Yeah, right. It's like 7 missions lately. Yes, I have, because those basic missions were really so I agree with that. Sounds like we have one job. Just now we don't have a friend to vet with. I don't say we're friends yet, but as we so this cave, right, that we're supposed to look at total nasty monsters because, of course, they're like, we dangerous to leave them alive. Just see what big brass go kill them all. I just don't get it. Don't lose awful jaws on me. If we have long enough, some lone combat, you can stumble across the cave and all come in and take care of it. I don't know if we should be banking on that, Carl.
What else is it? You need my help.
Well, this job, don't you?
Well,
Sure, why not?
Can't use it like you rescue the leader.
It's actually the same thing. I tried it ages ago. Okay. First, we should go scout the team out. Alright, so I guess the quest is to go just scout the team. Let's say it's the most important. This cave is right down there. Yeah, it's okay.
Whoop, sorry. Sorry.
friends yet, buddy, but as we go. So this cave, right, that we're supposed to look at, total nasty monsters, because of course, they're like, it could be dangerous to leave them alone. They're just secret grass cove, go kill them, grunt. It's just, ugh, man, I just don't get it. I was trying to keep dumping all these awful jobs on me. We got long enough, some lone combat, no one stumble across the cave, and all come in and take care of it. I don't know if we should be banking on that, Carl. I saw that look. That was totally a look. Know this job, don't you? Sure, why not? Hey, Forerunners armor. That would be really good. It's actually the same thing, though. Should have tried it ages ago. Okay. First, should go and scout the cave out. You know, leave the rest games. Alright, so our next quest is to put some stuff in the cave. I'd say it's the most quest ever, but this cave is. Trevor, keep dumping those awful jobs on me. If we have long enough, we'll across the cave and take it away. I don't know if we should be banking on that, Carl.
I was getting some beautiful hair.
Hey, look, know this job, don't you? Sure, why not? Hey, Forerunners armor. That would be it's actually the same thing. Should have tried it ages ago. Okay. And first, should go and scout the cave out. You know, leave the west gates out there. Alright, so our next quest is to go put some stuff in the cave. Can't say it's the most unique quest ever, but this cave is right down here. All I need to do is get nearest in a cutscene will start. Yeah, it took me a while to locate, that's why it's back to it. I'm trying to keep the continuity somewhat working like that. You know, we started 19.
It's the fox! Come in! It's the fox!
Let's fix that by putting our strongest gear. Some of those kind of.
What are you trying to? I told you stay away from me, Rio. Stay away from my friends.
Yes,
talking to me.
Affinity missions are.
Why did you come here to fight me?
You get unique arts, you get unique armor, and some EXP.
Oh! No. Oh, yeah! Where have you been, Dad? Yeah, let's go. Now, get
What
ready
you
to
talking about,
talk.
man? Play right. It's like 7.
Yes, that's fine now!
Yes, I'm
Who are you? Doctor! People of the future. Bananas in spirit! Shoot it in that! Go! Go! Fight! So! Go fight! Go! Fight! Fight there! Go level! Take one! Fight! Fight! Go there! Take one! Fight! You go out! Go! Now, don't talk to me, stranger!
This job, don't you? Sure, it's actually the same thing. Should have tried it ages ago. Okay. First, should go and scout the cave out. Alright, so our next quest is to go some stuff.
That's a blues jazz.
Can't say it's the most unique quest ever, but this cave is right down here. All I need to do is get nearest in a cutscene will start. Yeah, it took me a while to locate, that's why it's back to it. I'm trying to keep the continuity somewhat more like that. We started 9 so Carl, why do you want me to kill these pigs, dude? Carl, to field team. Come in, field team. What's going on? One of those beasties?
I'm coming to you!
My turn! Move in and do some damage! Use an aura! Get control of the battle! Backslash! Slide!
Let's see!
Over! Move in and strike! Come on!
to lash out. Do I look like I'm slowing down?
Leave this to me.
Nice work.
Take care of them because they can't do properly. Kids and stuff, they're out in the field. I don't know. That's what I like about the side.
They're all guards. Stack them with the melee attack.
Oliver!
Upper
So stacking auras
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
I will be giving class tips.
You betray me, and how can you understand?
Thing is destroyed. Move in and strike.
I've been waiting to lash out.
Upper hand. Shadow strike. Side knife. Move in and make some damage. Fire lord.
Why did you give up?
I got a workout from all that running.
Even hit the enemy because it has so much evasion. But yeah, now that we've taken out this entire family of pigs, let's turn back to the city and tell Carl. Sad question. They were stronger monsters, you know, like a little more deadly. I don't know, I like that xenoblade takes on this sort of issue in real life, because sometimes there are animals in our everyday world that aren't necessarily hurting anybody yet, but they have potential to a bit. Like, I mean, there's sometimes, yeah, committees to have to take care of them because they can't properly damage or, kids and stuff if they're out in the world. So, I don't know. That's what I like about the side quests in this game. They delve into those dilemmas. But now that we've beaten the piglets, no mother will come out. And this is where the real challenge is. So now let's focus. As before, though, we're going to stack both of our auras and then go for Beam Barrage. It would have been nice if I got the secondary home down for Beam Barrage, so it would have been a nice amount of damage, but that did decent damage too. So stacking auras is very helpful with this class. I will be giving class tips later on. Once I've locked them, of course. So far, attention's okay. I'm not taking any damage here, so I really don't know. Honestly, if you have the armor to... Ooh! That hurt. If you have the armor to take on the Simius, you should be fine. Let's, hurry up and beat this guy. But now is a point I'd like to talk about. We're missing a lot of our attacks. Sometimes enemies will be higher level than you, and if they are, your attacks may miss that should normally hit. So keep that in mind when taking on quests. You may not be a high enough level to even hit the enemy.
What should I whip up today?
Yeah, this entire family. Let's return back to the city and tell Carl that we completed his quest. Gotta say, it's kind of a sad quest in all reality. But yeah, Carl, we did your dirty work, man. And hey, welcome back. The native animal slaughter thing. God, you're not helping me out here. How's that again? Killed the piglets, and the mama came out and killed her too. Killing a parent trying to protect his children. It's just, dang, that's heavy stuff, brother. I mean, there was one big happy family until we showed up. Probably had holiday dinner together and everything. Pictures hanging in the living. Oh my God, stop, Carl. Seriously. Then we come along and senselessly murder the entire family for our convenience. How messed up is that? It's messed up, but you know, we had orders. What a bummer. I'm so bummed right now. Still, I was the one who sent you out there, so I'm going to pay you. Thanks, man. Gotta say, I may be the city savior, but I sure don't feel like it, and this whole thing leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Blech. You're not even the one that did it. It was me, Carl. But yeah, we'll get another piece of armor for Elma this time instead of my main character. And I gotta say, I like the way this armor looks, but it may not be the best for our current stats. So I may change it to our fashion gear. But I don't know. It looks pretty cool for Elma, I gotta say. It will increase our ranged attacks. So that's not really what she's all about. We can get that. Let's give Elma these bar. Convenience? How messed up is that? It's messed up, but you know, we had orders. What a bummer. I'm so bummed right now. Still, I was the one who sent you out there, so I'm going to pay you. Thanks, man. Gotta say, I may be the city savior, but I sure don't feel like it, and this whole thing leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Blech. You're not even the one that did it. It was me, Carl. But yeah, we'll get another piece of armor for Elma this time instead of my main character. And I gotta say, I like the way this armor looks, but it may not be the best for our current stats. So I may change it to our fashion gear. I don't know. It looks pretty cool for Elma, I gotta say.
Lily,
What is Lily making?
Let's give Elma these Oregon glasses.
Someone who tastes like
I'll
chicken.
enable that in the next episode. But
What?
yeah, guys,
Taco
this
does
was
taste like chicken.
like the episode.
tastes
I
like
gotta
food.
say,
Wait, I just
we
remembered.
did our
We
first
have
affinity
plenty
mission
of
and
chicken.
also did some
Hey,
other
Lily did that on
among other
purpose.
things, we also
Lily
did
is
some
cold.
Next episode, let's play Xenoblade Chronicles X.
What's
Be
up?
ready.
Come
Take
to
it
get
on
it.
chapter 4. So see you guys in the next episode. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles X. And in this episode, we're starting on
Man,
the
oh
4th
man,
chapter.
delicious.
But before we begin,
Lucky
the
thing I
4th
happen to be in the neighborhood.
we need to do
You say
another
that every time,
mission.
Commander, but
So
you
let's
always
get inside
arrive
the
as we're
barracks
setting the
and knock
table.
that out. Before we start this,
Oh,
I
you
really
don't
should
say.
mention this in the previous episode, but for some reason it slipped my mind. But pay attention to this warning. You cannot drop an
All
affinity
right,
mission
listen.
until
We
you
found
finish
something
it.
in
There's
Nocturne
no way
thanks to
to
Frontier
decline it,
now.
so I highly recommend
That's
before
northwest of
taking
here,
one on,
Rook. Looks
look
like
at the
a piece of the
requirements,
light bulb.
think about if you can finish
That's
it
great
or not.
news.
Because if you want to go to a story mission,
Damn right.
you can't. You have to finish
Look at
this
this.
first. But yes, since we are now at level 13 and have a one part to affinity,
He's right. You don't need to know him. You
Is
freaking
that what the
dumb.
Nopon call it? We didn't have names for anything here, so we've been using Noctilum for that whole region.
Well, that's a silly name.
And Nightglow Woods isn't?
Moving on.
Right, sorry.
According to the Pathfinder's report,
He's right. The
there's a
devil.
large number of indigents in the area, but thankfully no sign of any intelligent
I'm
life.
gonna let you down one more
No,
chance.
no, that's wrong.
Antonio, we already told you about that. He's right. No need to know.
Yeah, well, like I said, no intelligent life forms have been reported, but I never heard such a cause.
Friends patronize toxins.
Antonio,
Nopon proud and brave people.
you are the
like
6'7".
you know.
Pipe down, small
All
guy.
right.
I'll make that nickname come true.
All right.
We'll have you check in with Lau's team first. They're already on assignment installing probes in the
Think
area.
of what you did.
We don't have a fix for the Lifeboat signal.
Please
Just the
join
general direction. See if they've got more.
If you figure every team is done, it's in the build about you.
Captain Late, as we start the second of the mission, a repair job. And I recommend you get this one now. It'll help later on. For this, I really should have mentioned this in the previous episode, but for some reason it stuck in my mind. But pay attention to this warning. You cannot drop an Infinity mission until you finish it. There's no way to decline it, so I highly recommend before taking one on, look at the requirements, think about if you can finish it or not, because if you want to go to a story mission, you can't. You have to finish this first. But yes, since we are now level 13 and have a 1-part affinity with Lynn, we can start the repair job.
Something wrong, Lily? Tatsu not here any jumping. Tatsu is dying of hunger. Lily doesn't want to be rude, does Lily?
Oh, sorry. I'll whip something up here real quick.
He's right, Lynn. You seem a little off today.
He's right, but nobody knows that the control of many people must.
We detected transmission loss in the industrial district energy system.
You repaired that before, right? How much of a loss?
It cost 5% yesterday.
That sounds well within safety tolerances.
Yeah, it is. It's not that so much. It's just the upgrades I installed should be working.
You cannot drop an Affinity mission until you finish it. There's no way to decline it, so I highly recommend before taking one on, look at the requirements, think about if you can finish it or not, because if you want to go to a story mission, you can't. You have to finish this first. But yes, since we are now level 13 and have a 1-part affinity with Lynn, we can start the repair job.
Something wrong, Lily? Tatsu not here any jumping. Tatsu is dying of hunger. Lily doesn't want to be rude, does Lily?
Thank you for helping last night. I'm sorry, please tell me she good.
Off today.
No, I'm fine. It's just we detected transmission loss in the industrial district energy system.
You repaired that before, right? How much of a loss?
Besides,
It cost 5% yesterday.
we need you.
That sounds well within safety tolerances.
Yeah, it is. It's not that so much.
You best stay away from me.
Upgrades I installed should be
Oh.
better than that. It should have been a year till we detected any loss whatsoever.
Ah,
What the hell are you thinking you're doing?
sounds like a working mission.
Go home.
Maybe go run some
No.
diagnostics.
Go!
Right.
Don't like the first.
As we start the second affinity mission, a repair job. Now it'll
Hey, calm down.
Now that we've accepted it, let's head to the west
Alright,
gate.
alright,
Knock
calm
out this
down.
affinity mission.
Calm down.
However, yet again, during this affinity mission is a fantastic time to get a data probe installed. If you are still not at 15% survey rate of Primordia, I highly recommend you come over here to this waterfall because there is a really easy data probe to get. And come to think of it, there's another data probe we're going to be getting during this affinity mission. So I kind of like that. They're sort of sprinkling these data probes around, assuming you do have a mechanical level too, to get them in case you don't have all of Primordia surveyed. So that's a cool function of the affinity missions, among just kind of the because I gotta admit, during the normal missions we don't really get to see too much of our characters. That's what the affinity missions are going to do. It is true we also have other parts in this game, just like the original Xenoblade, but not going to respond to that. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's play Xenoblade Chronicles X. But before we begin the 4th chapter, We need to do another affinity
Now
mission.
you listen to
Let's
me.
get inside the barracks and knock that out.
Go
Before we
home.
start this, I really should have mentioned this in the previous episode, but for some reason it slipped my mind. But pay attention to this warning. You cannot drop
look
an
who it
affinity
is.
mission
Wow,
until you
it's been a
finish
while.
it. There's no way to decline it, so I
Are you
highly
going to introduce
recommend
me to your
before
friends?
taking one on,
Where's Danny and
look at the
Boris?
requirements,
These are
think
my new
about if
team
you can
members.
finish it or not, because if you
As
want to go
for
do a
Danny
story
and
mission,
Boris,
you can't. You have to finish this first.
we
But
had a
yes,
bad run
since we're
with
now level
powerful
13 and have a one-heart affinity with
They didn't
Flynn,
make it.
you can start. Good job.
I see. Hey, look. I'm sorry. I hadn't heard.
It's okay.
And what's up with this onion thing? You using it for rations or something?
Tatsu not onion or ration. Tatsu is no pun. Brave and distinguished people with long history on Mira.
Off today.
It talks. Where'd you find this thing?
Rescued him. He was about to become lunch for some crones, these hostile Xenos we ran into. He's agreed to serve as our guide here.
How much of a
Wow.
loss?
Okay. And you? What's your story? Are you really as young as you look?
Sure am. 13 years old inside and out. I'm Lin Lee Koo.
Well, hello, Lindley Koo. You must be something to be able to make Elma's team at 13. All right. What about you?
Ah, so it's Mechanic's Pride, is it? Sounds like a worthy mission. Why don't we go run some diagnostics?
Right. But dinner.
Looks like dinner will have to wait as we start the second affinity mission, a repair job. And I recommend you get this one now. It'll help later on. And now that we've accepted it, let's head to the West Gate and knock out this affinity mission. However, yet again, during this affinity mission is a fantastic time to get a data probe installed. If you are still not at 15% survey rate of Primordia, I highly recommend you come over here to this waterfall because there is a really easy data probe to get. And come to think of it, there's another data probe we're going to be getting during
I'm
this
Lao
affinity
Huan.
mission. So,
Head up Pathfinder Team Belly Sergeant. Good to meet you.
these data probes around, assuming you do have a
Got an interesting
to
crew here.
get them
Well,
in
they
case
seem
you
capable
don't
enough.
have all of Primordia.
I chose them
So
personally.
that's a cool function
I
of
figured.
the affinity missions, among just getting to see
So,
more characters. Because I gotta
I
admit,
heard Nelson's whole
during the
team got
normal
wiped out
missions, we
by
don't
some
really
nasty
get to see
machines.
each other.
Is that true?
Yeah,
That's what the
those
affinity
chronicles.
missions.
We're not
It is
sure
true,
if they're the
we also
ones
have
that
parts in
destroyed
schemes
Earth.
like the original
Their
Xenoblade,
tech
but,
certainly
you know,
seemed
I like them
advanced
so
enough.
far. I'm not really
Really?
sure what happens in the later.
We better watch our backs.
They're a nice addition. And with that,
By the
I guess
way,
we're also-
we picked up a lifeboat signal in the direction of Noctula. Have you or your crew come across
But let's
anything?
warp right back to the
Where?
West Gate plane
Around
again,
here?
because that is where we
I take it the answer is no.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to point that out, though.
The
You may
first I've heard
recognize
of it.
that area, and what the hits are you
We bumped into another team and they didn't mention it
We
either.
want to have that weather. We have some
I
nice
see.
weather for today's events. But
All right.
Now would be a great time to talk about weather
We were
conditions
hoping your
in
team might have a lead or some more income. No such luck,
We
huh?
have the heavy rain, which means
Well,
it's harder
thanks
to shoot
anyway.
things, it's harder to hit
We should
things,
go.
and electric attacks can do more damage. However, this is true for most enemies as well. So
Hey,
if you're really
hold up,
struggling
hold up.
versus an enemy that
I
has
tag
low
along?
accuracy,
But
try
your
fighting
assignment.
during the rain. That might actually
We're more or less done here.
where we're heading
Need to report back.
is right up
Well,
here.
until you
First
do,
enter
you're not
light.
done
So I'm just
here.
gonna cut.
Well,
Since
give
you
me a
guys
break,
know
Elma.
that.
The rest of my crew can handle the paperwork.
You may remember this
We're
passage
talking
when we
about a
first
piece of the
entered
light bulb
Illinois,
here.
but this is the
I've never even
source
seen one.
of the power leakage.
That's way more important.
Seems to be the problem.
Besides, you might need the help. Finding it or handling the indigents that get in your way. Now, come on.
Oh, have you noticed any transmission loss in the energy system recently?
It's in the readings. Please,
Flies over a very short path.
In LA, is the engineering of the spaceship. We're standing in what was the outer wall. Since we no longer need position thrusters, we reroute that energy elsewhere. Transfer main. Basically, it's leaking. Then patched it up, but it's still leaking a lot.
Tatsu no corridor leakage. Tatsu.
finally picked it up. It's a problem with the replacement part. The one you installed before?
Right. Dad was made here in LA. Unfortunately, the quality doesn't match the earth-made parts we had before.
I suppose it makes sense that it wouldn't.
If we're lucky, the usable part may have been somewhere in Stockholm Basin.
If they say so.
Huh? That different.
Hey guys, welcome back. Let's play Xenoblade Chronicles X. In this episode, we're starting on the 4th chapter. But before we begin the 4th chapter, we need to do another affinity mission. So let's get inside the bears and not that. Before we start this, I really should have mentioned this in the previous episode, but for some reason it slipped my mind. But pay attention to this warning. You cannot drop affinity unless you have to finish it.
Why?
There's no way to decline it, so I highly recommend before taking one on, look at the requirements, think about if you can finish it or not, because if you want to go do a story mission, you have to finish this first. But yes, since we are now level 13 and have a 1-part affinity with Lynn, we can start the repair job.
Something wrong, Lily. Tatsu not here any chopping. And Tatsu is dying of hunger. Lily doesn't want to be a murderer, doesn't she?
Oh, sorry. I'll look something up here real quick.
That's right. You seem a little off today.
No,
Oh no.
we detected transmission loss in the industrial district energy system.
You repaired that before, right? How much of a loss?
Plus 5% yesterday.
That sounds about like safety tolerances.
Yeah, it is. It's not that. It's just the upgrades I installed should be working better than that. It should have been a year till we detected any loss whatsoever.
Sounds like a nice surprise. Sounds like a worthy mission. Why don't we go outside and save some?
Looks like dinner will have to wait as we start the 2nd affinity mission, a repair job. And I recommend you get this one now, it'll help later on. Now that we've accepted it, let's head to the west gate and knock out this affinity mission. However, yet again, during this affinity mission is a fantastic time to get a data probe installed. If you are still not at 15% survey rate of report yet, I recommend you come over here to this waterfall because there's a really easy data probe to get. And come to think of it, there's another data probe we're going to be getting during this affinity mission. So I kind of like that. They're sort of sprinkling these data probes around, assuming you have enough to get them in case you don't have all of them on the circuit. So that's a cool function of the missions, among just getting to see more characters. Because I gotta admit, during the normal missions, we don't really get to see too many characters. That's what the affinity missions are giving you. It is true we also have heart-to-hearts in this game, just like the original Xenoblade, but, you know, I like them so far. I'm not going to spoil what happens. They're a nice addition, and with that, I guess Cross will be whoa, a giant stinking crab. Okay, let's straight up. But let's work right back to the west gate plane again, because that is where we need to go for this next section. I just wanted to point that out, though. You may recognize that area. What the heck's raining? Kind of hoping we wouldn't have that weather. We have some nice weather for today's event. Now would be a great time to talk about weather conditions in Xenoblade. So if you look at our debuffs, we currently have the heavy rain, which means it is harder to shoot things, it's harder to hit things, and electric attacks can do more damage. However, this is true for most enemies as well, so if you're really struggling versus an enemy that has low accuracy, try and fight it during the rain. That might actually work out. Where we're heading to is right up here where we first entered New LA. So I'm just going to cut, since you guys probably don't want to watch that elevator ride again, do ya?